You're doing your first interview. You sit down in front of one interviewer, three interviewers, and the first question that they ask you is, tell me about yourself. Walk me through your CV, and your mind goes blank. That's exactly what this video is about. And you can download the free worksheet, which I'm going to be walking through with you in this video, down in the description below.
Hi, my name's Susan and I'm currently studying a postgraduate degree in biochemistry at Dundee University. I'm originally from China and studied chemistry at Nanjing University, where I finished third in my class. I won several scholarships for my academic results. I'm keen to work in a pharmaceutical company like GSK because I want to be at the cutting edge of research and develop my skills for designing and testing new drugs. Plus, I think drug design is a great way to help so many people improve their health. I interned at two large Chinese drug manufacturers, though mainly working in sales and marketing to help companies brand and sell their products straight to market. This was a great opportunity for me to learn how Big Pharma works and talk directly with clients. Also, I learned how to work and communicate as a member of a large team. During my time in China, I was part of our local dance team. We won several awards in competition at our school. I played badminton since I was a young girl. I enjoy the exercise and the adrenaline, as well as the competitive nature of the sport. I feel regular exercise helps me to stay focused on my studies. I also play the guzheng, which is an ancient Chinese plucking instrument. I am grade 8.
So, have you downloaded your brand new worksheet? Tell me about yourself. Let's walk through the 7 parts that you need to create a really good answer to this question when you're asked it in an interview. Number 1, what are you doing now? Number 2, what have you done in the last 3 years, or what were you doing before? Number 3, what do you want to do next? Obviously, work at this role in this company. Number 4, what about any work experience that you have? Number 5, extracurricular activities, any volunteering that you've engaged with. Number 6, what about your skills and interests? Do you speak any languages? Do you have any coding skills? What about any interesting hobbies that you have? And finally, part number 7, which I love, is a hook or ending with a bang to just really grab people's attention and make your answer memorable. This is so useful if you're being interviewed with lots of different people on the day. Let's jump into each of these 7 parts and walk through exactly how to answer them. Part number 1, what are you doing now? This is so simple once you break it down. What's your name? What are you studying or doing right now? And where are you doing it? It's as simple as that. Part number 2, the last 3 years. Were you at a job before? Have you just come out of a master's degree, a bachelor's degree? Where were you, and what's a 1-sentence summary of this? Part number 3, what do you want to do next? Now, obviously, like I said, you're going to want to say that you want to work at this company to do this job. And this is just a couple of sentences describing why. And we can break this down into 3 parts. What company would it be? What job? And what are the 3 reasons why you want to work there? Part 4, let's talk about your work experience. Any work experience is relevant. Now, any graduates or students watching this, I'm really talking to you, because all too often I see people not include things like a service job, maybe you were delivering pizzas or working in a supermarket, like it's something to be ashamed of. My first job was making burgers at KFC. Who cares? It's all relevant work experience. So what were you doing? What were the skills involved? And why do you think it's relevant to this job? It's that you worked as part of a team, worked under pressure, demonstrated some element of leadership, if only by leading yourself. Part number 5, what have you done outside of work and studies? Have you been part of a society? Do you play a sport regularly? Friendship group that meets up and discusses movies on a monthly basis? Just something that shows you to be a bit more multi-dimensional than just somebody who studies and goes to work. And what have you most enjoyed about this? What is something that has really taught you to improve in other areas of your life? Part 6, skills and interests. Now, some of you watching this video may only speak one language. Some of you may speak 5 or 6. You should talk about that. Some of you may know no coding, like myself. Some of you may code in multiple languages, or maybe you have weird, wonderful, and amazing skills that you have never shared with anybody else. This is the place to share it. And part number 7 is my favorite and something that I haven't really heard mentioned anywhere else. Now, every time when somebody speaks, there's a certain moment, a minute, when we just fade off. We start to think about lunch, dinner, what somebody said to us, what we're going to be doing afterwards. So that's why it's so important to end with a bang. End with something that when you say that to people, they go, really? Tell me more. What does that even mean? It could even just be something like, I've published a few books of poetry. I really enjoy painting watercolor landscapes in my back garden. Just something that's a little bit left of field that people wouldn't normally think about, because this makes you memorable. Now, finally, with all of this, with using the worksheet, is this going to mean that you have the perfect answer? Of course it isn't, because it's all about practice. Once you've written your script for Tell Me About Yourself, make sure that you print it off. Start reading it out loud. Then shorten it down into bullet points. Then try to do it as many times as you can. I recommend once a day. Pin it somewhere which is prominent. Maybe it's on the bathroom door. Maybe it's on the fridge. Maybe it's on the mirror where you get ready for work each day. Because practice makes perfect. The practice is all that's going to matter when you're sitting there in front of those people and they ask you that question, tell me about yourself. Use this worksheet, this method, and I guarantee that you will blow them away.